All right, so while we're doing our gardening here today, we're going to use a everything attachments tiller. This is a chain drive. A chain drive is what I prefer myself for anything under 60 inches until the tiller gets big enough to have big enough gears in there to withstand the chatter that gears don't really like. So on everything under 60 inches, I prefer a chain. Everything after that, I'm fine with a gear. This does have a big greasable side on the far side. And the good thing about a Bobcat tractor, and I like the Bobcat tractors, is this is the smallest Bobcat tractor. It's a Category 1 compact. It has a lift on the back of it that will go to the full width of a full Category 1. It also has the telescopic stabilizer bars, which I really prefer over the turnbuckle chains. Now, if you have a BX Kubota, the subcompact John Deere, or anything that's considered to be a subcompact, you're most likely going to have your chains going from the inside of the bars towards the middle. And if that's the case, instead of having to unloosen those to get them over the edge of the pin, then you can simply, there's plenty of room over here on this, with this pin slid all the way to the inside, you can hook up on the inside and it works just fine. This tiller does have a slip clutch on it, so if Peanut hits a rock or something, it's going to slip the clutch instead of shear a pin or tear something up. So we're going to this is the first time we've had any ground breaking this year. Now, because we plowed this in the fall before it started freezing, we plowed it with an everything attachments plow, turned everything over. It set all winter, it's frozen, thawed, and so that really breaks up the ground good. If we tried to plow it now, because it's been a garden for more than 5 years, if we tried to plow the ground now, it's going to just it's not going to roll over like it will in the fall, because it's so loose from being frozen and thawed all year. So the only thing we'll need to do in the spring, after it's been in the ground, after we've had a garden here 4 or 5 years, is use a rototiller. And that's going to blend all these leaves and all the pelletized lime and the fertilizer in together. We've got the chain setting on the back to keep it from getting too ground up in there. We want to leave it just a little bit coarse, but we want everything to mix good. That's why he's going slow, but we've got the gate setting open so it won't totally pulverize it. And the Everything Attachments brand tiller does use a C-shaped tine, just like the Sigma tiller, and I think that's the best shape of all the tines I've seen. And it may take him 2 passes to get all those leaves blended into that red soil pretty good, but that's okay. We don't have but a small garden to do today. As you can see, the ground's buried about halfway up on the gearbox. So people ask, how deep will they go? Well, they're only meant to go about 5 or 6 inches on this size tiller. But the looser the ground is and the better the ground is, the further that just simply will go if you let it. The slides are on the position that will let it go in as deep as it can. So you can hear the motor kind of bog just a little bit with that 52-inch tiller. That's the smallest of the Bobcat tractors with only 22 horsepower. That's going to put it somewhere near the 17 range on the PTO. And this tiller it would be no problem even if that was a 60-inch tiller. And so the ratings on tillers are a little bit difficult because every condition is different. If this was unbroken ground, then it would take a lot more horsepower per foot than this garden's going to take. Okay, so Peanut's made one complete pass over the whole garden. He's making a second pass real quick, and really, this was 2 very large dump truck loads of compost on here. It actually made our red soil a lot darker than I thought it would, which is great. We get a lot of people that email us and just wonder if this red clay will even grow anything, and actually it does grow pretty well. But we wanted to keep it to where it wouldn't get so hard and stuff in between rains, make it easier to cultivate, make the garden better, work better, and just grow the vegetables better in general. Now, the thing about this red clay is it will get hard as a rock, and we live in Catawba County, where the Catawba County Indians are from, and some of their pottery is some of the most sought after in the world. It's some really good red clay, but we just wanted to get some darkness and some richness into this soil so our melons and stuff do the best they can. So we're going to let Peanut continue to do the final passes here with the Everything Attachments tiller. And you can hear the power of the tractor come and go as Peanut goes faster or if he goes deeper. And that's a 52-inch chain drive tiller. And it is so super quiet with the spherical gears in there that I'm really impressed with that. I love the C-shaped tines. Everything about this tiller is doing exactly what I wanted it to so far. He's only got a few more minutes worth of tilling to go through. He's tilling at a pretty fast pace, and that's just because the ground's broken up that well. This is about the 5th year we've had a garden here. This is my wife's garden. If you don't believe me, just ask her. As soon as I'm through here, it's about the last time she'll let me in it. So soon we'll get Peanut done here. We're going to go ahead and use the garden better, make us some nice rows so she can plant all of her.